Hello, test 1, 2. Hello, test 1, 2. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. Ready? 違うのか。Hello. うん。こっちこうじゃないとね。うん。Hello. いや、人違うじゃんか。4人 ?4 人入っとるか。Hi, welcome. あ、うんふん。あれ ?Hello. うん。あは。あは。Okay, hello, hello, welcome. Have you all had your dinner? Hi, welcome to the TikTok class of AGrader, Rahma Ibrahim. I hope if I name right. Hello to all those here with us, although I don't see your names. Hmm. 面白い。Hello. Hello, hello everyone. Welcome. Okay, good evening to the 7 of you who have joined us today. Have you all had your dinner? Hi, Supernova. The usual gang is trickling in. Have you had your dinner, Mr. or Miss Supernova? You're eating now? Okay. What's for dinner? Hope it's something healthy. Where do you teach at? Uh, I teach at Yishun, the branch in Yishun, and I do online classes for P6 Compo, which is what we're going to do today. Hello, Octopus. What does G stands for? Is that a typo? Mac and cheese. Wow. Mac and cheese. That's a very Western sort of meal you have there. But doesn't the cheese get a bit, stale after a while? Like, having too much of it. Not the most wonderful taste after a while. Well, but I mean, if you're happy with it, that's fine. It's just my personal opinion about pasta-like food, Italian food in general. Hello, welcome to all of you who are joining us. Right, we'll be starting, well, in a while. Hello, silly vanilli. Is that part of the brain rot thingy? Cookie Run. Oh, silly vanilli is a Cookie Run character. No, then what's silly? Yes, oh, Cookie Run character. Oh, the last time I played Cookie Run, they didn't have this character. Ice Kacang. Hello, Ice Kacang. Are you like cool and cold? You don't play often. Real name is Pure Vanilla. Oh, really? Is there pure chocolate? Chocolate will be better. Today got Kahoot? No. Today no Kahoot. But you're still encouraged to stay. Shadow Milk Cookie. What's a Shadow Milk Cookie? That's a different character. How many of you here are primary 6 going to take your exam soon? August, you have your oral. Maybe you should do oral here, but I see we can. No way for you to speak back. It's only through typing. A bit pointless. Oh, you're P5, okay. Your P5, that's fine. You still can learn how to write. Hello, Wilson. No, there's no Kahoot. Oh, Ice Kacang is in P6, okay. Are you excited about your upcoming PSLE oral exam? Or your PSLE exam in general? Sigma boy. Oh yes, you're excited. Okay, that's good. That doesn't happen very all too often. Usually people will be like kind of nervous. As long as you prepare for it, generally you then after you go there and do your best. Right? Hello, okay, that's a interesting name. Fateh. But yeah. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, hello. Right, welcome everyone to today's lesson. What gag? What do you mean by gag? That's sad. What do you mean? What is sad? What's happening that's sad? Okay. Can't start what? Or can start? Oh yes, we can start. Okay, right. So, although yeah, I'm sorry, the cover rights says gag means grow a garden. That is new. Gag is a proper word with a proper meaning. It's like a prank or a joke or something like that. You don't want to go for exams. I think that sentiment is the same for most people in general. Nobody likes exam, including adults. Okay, I mean adults also have their exams as well. But yeah, okay. But yeah, anyway, Yeah, so according to the title, it's written there situational writing. But for those of you who have seen, why did you spam? What did you spam? I don't know. I didn't see anything that you spam. So I don't know. Did you spam anything? Not that I can see or know. So I think you're good. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. So anyway, it's supposed to be today is not situational writing, so maybe you can cancel this, right? And then this is actually continuous writing today. But yeah, it's still writing. Hello, Sigma Skibidi Capybara Pineapple Lover. The pineapple is more important than anything else. Okay, right. So yeah, let's start. So let's look at today's topic. All right. So today we'll do something that's not situational writing. Let's do continuous writing. Let's try it out. And then we see how, if it's okay, we can have a mix of continuous writing and situational writing. Otherwise, if it's not ideal, then maybe we'll just switch back to situational writing, which is kind of painful because um, yeah, there's I think harder for people to follow, right? You tonight, what is it, compo? Yes, it's compo. Why is capybara lover so upset? What's QWTG? Don't want what? I love compo. Okay, very good. Even though I can get 27 out of 36, okay, not bad. 27 out of 36. That's how much? 27 out of 36, what's the percentage? Let me see. That would be 75%. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. That's not too bad. Um, so yeah, 32 out of 36. Oh, very nice. So you should be writing. I mean, if you get it consistently, so it probably means that your language is quite good lah. So today I see 3 question marks. I don't know what to call you. Should I call you question mark or question marks because you have 3, right? So yeah, you have 19 or 21 or 36. Well, that's not too bad, right? I got 32 out of 36 last time. When was last time? I got 34, 38 out of 40. Yours is the old syllabus. Are you P6, Mr. Wilson Lee? You got 70 out of 36 in P5. Okay, yeah, then so you made improvement, so which is good. Yeah, anyway, yeah. So you still have some time to improve. Okay, you lost 1 mark for language. Okay, that's rather minor. But yeah, if you did get like your 32 out of 36, very good score. Okay, so generally I would think you should do very well in your English based on that, because usually for writing that will be like a very a good gauge of how well you are in the language, I mean, overall. Okay, right. So let's look at this particular compo topic. So if we look at the topic here, so the topic is an unfortunate incident, right? So an unfortunate incident. Okay, so now what happens here is you did paper 2 today. You mean for what? As a practice in school or where? Right now, so for compo, usually the first thing you need to do is to remember to understand the topic, right? And that part is the most important one, because if you did not understand the topic, then you write out of point, then whatever you're doing is kind of pointless, right? When you go out of point, you fail. You slept through it for like 40 minutes. That's bad. Why are you sleeping through it for 40 minutes? You had 1 hour and 50 minutes for it. You slept through 40 minutes of it. That's like almost half of it. It's such a waste of time. You should have used it to try and check your work and then go through questions that you're not sure. Okay, but anyway, Story Mountain, we're not going to draw a Story Mountain today. I'm not a fan of Story Mountain, but I mean, we can do some planning. That's no problem. So the Story Mountain is the planning in itself, but just done in a mountain form for primary school kids, right? I think for primary 6, you all can kind of outgrow the idea a bit. In any case, as I always tell my students, just because you identify the climax wrongly or rightly, it how does it affect anything in your writing? Well, it doesn't, right? It's not like we would give you marks if you identify your climax correctly and deduct marks if we did the opposite, right? So yeah, Story Mountain is just a way to plan, and to plan your story is the more important thing, right? So this is especially true when you go to secondary school, where the topics, the writing gets harder, okay? Last year, Primary 4 got 15 out of 20. Okay, yeah, that's a not bad score. That's quite good, right? Yeah, so if you get around 75%, generally should be quite okay. So you should be around the above average, right? Then after you should try to use probably good phrases or ways to make your plot more interesting, right? Okay, so yeah, the topic today is an unfortunate incident, right? So you will realize that it's broken down into, well, obviously 2 words, right? Of course, we were to ignore the article N, which is just to tell you that there's 1, right? Right, now, so in this particular case, let's break it down into the 2 words, right? So the first word that you have is unfortunate, right? So can anyone tell me what is the word class of unfortunate? Santa isn't real. Yeah, he isn't real. He's a made-up character. You are right. Sorry if I spoiled the dreams of some of you, but I think you'll know by now, right? Type something really long. What do you mean by type something really long? You fall down. No. I'm not asking you for an example. I'm asking you for a definition. What is the meaning of the word unfortunate? But before that, like I asked, what is the word class of the word unfortunate? You all know what's word classes? If you all don't, that's quite worrying. What's word class? Unlucky is the definition. So yeah, that's the definition. But what's the word class? Word class of the word unfortunate. Very non-fortunate. Adverb. No, it's not an adverb. But yeah, good try. An adverb. Okay, you all don't seem to know your word classes. That's not a very good thing. Then got one go adjective, got one go verb. Then after that, next one going to go noun, is it? Right. Unfortunate is an adjective, right? It is used to describe something. Usually, or rather, an adjective describes a noun. Maybe we should go back to something a bit more basic, right? So yeah, maybe we go back to something a bit more basic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what is a noun? What does a noun tell us? What does a noun tell us? Let's see if your teachers are doing their job, or if they did their job, you remember what they taught. Okay, yeah, people, place, one more. Yep, good. Okay, right, good. So we can remember at PPT, right? So people, right? Place and things, right? Now, animals will be things, right? We can put them as things. So just PPT, just remember, like PowerPoint, right? PPT. Okay, so that's your nouns, right? Now, then what is a verb? What is a verb? Right, so yeah, person, place, or thing, right? That's a noun. So usually your what, your who would be your nouns, right? So like a table is a noun, a place, like let's say the MRT station is a noun. Then of course person, like all of you here, is a noun, right? Or capybara, which is an animal, is a thing, right? Yeah, verb is an action. Very good, right? So now verbs are action. Now of course, the thing about action is that some actions can be seen, right? Some actions cannot be seen. For example, if you run, someone can see you run. That's quite obvious. If you think about something, right? People will not be able to see it, although it happens in your mind, right? So actions can be both visible and invisible sort of actions, right? Yeah, you cry is an action. Generally, people can see, especially if the tears are coming out and if you're making some noises to it. Okay? Now, so then what is an adjective? Right? What's an adjective? Anyone? What's an adjective? What is the role, the job of an adjective? Hello, meow. Don't have to apologize. This is not some compulsory lesson or anything like that. We are here to have some fun while we're trying to learn something. Okay. Maybe we should say we are here to learn something while trying to have some fun. That depends on priorities, but sure. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Right. Silly vanilli. Right. An adjective's job is to describe a noun, is to give more information about the noun, right? And then we have our adverb, right? And what is an adverb? What is the role of an adverb? What does it do? This one usually most people will trip. Is this P5 or 6? This is for P6, but if you're P5, you're still welcome to join. That's not a big deal, right? Because we're going to do compo today, and you still have to write compo whether you're P1 or P6. Okay, P1 maybe not, but yeah. Okay. Right, so what is an adverb? Words that describe adjective or verb. Silly vanilli, very close. Very, very close. Right, so yeah, what else? A word that modifies. Okay, Wilson definitely took it off from a dictionary, right? Is the dying in dying person an adjective or a verb? Okay, wait, let's deal with one thing at a time. Okay, now, so yeah, it is used to describe to describe a verb, right? Or adverb or adjective, right? So an adverb can be used to describe these three things except a noun. Okay? Now, so like just now someone was asking, what about dying person? What sort of thing would that be, right? So, or let's do something less morbid. So maybe how about we look at this word? For example, you have you have the word kitchen table, right? So what do we have here? We have kitchen. What's the word class, people? What is the word class? Ayo, why you all like, wow, who copy me? I copy you, whatever. Come on. The answer is generally one only, right? So, I mean, if you get it correct, you get it correct, and then everyone has the same answer, right? Yeah, good. A kitchen is a noun. And what's table? Table, what's the word class? No, how is not a verb. Verb is an action. Kitchen is not an action. Okay? I mean, what sort of action would a kitchen be? Right? I mean, a kitchen is a place. Right? So yes, its table is also a noun. So now you have kitchen table, which is a noun describing a noun. Right? But if you look at here, what is the key object here? Is it the kitchen or is it the table? What when we look at these two words here, in the end, when we join these two together, what is the main item? Are we talking about a kitchen or are we talking about a table? Yeah, we're talking about a table, right? So this noun, the noun of kitchen, acts like an adjective. Although it is a noun, it pretends or it behaves like an adjective. Its function becomes something like an adjective, right? And so in this case, although it's a noun that acts like an adjective. So is it a noun or is it an adjective? Well, that depends, you know. So but we're not here to debate whether is it a noun or an adjective. But you just know that it's used to describe the table, and the main thing is a table. And what sort of table? The subset of a table, a kitchen table, right? I mean, it could be a study table, it could be some I don't know, round table or whatever table, right? But round is an adjective. Okay, so yeah, why are you all so upset? What's happening? What is this Yu Hao doing? What did he do? I haven't seen his messages in a while. Or did he change his name? Okay, right. So yeah, so to answer the question, just now I forgot who asked, but when you look at the word dying person, so for the word dying, right? So dying, right, is let's say person, right? So dying here is your verb in the with the ing participle, right? So this is what we call in this case a gerund, right? So it is used to in this case describe the word dying, right? So describe the word person, right? And so this is an ing verb, which is like a gerund, which is like a noun acting like an adjective. Okay, so in essence, right, in this case, you could take it to be a noun or gerund functioning like an ing verb functioning like a noun of sorts. Okay, right. Okay, people, come focus. It's what? Why you all so hung up over what someone did? Okay, but anyway, right. So let's come back to this. Right. So yes, unfortunate is an adjective, right? And therefore, when you have an adjective, it has to describe something, and therefore it has to describe a noun. And in this case, the noun will obviously be the word. What's the noun here? in the topic? Yeah, come on, people, focus. What's the noun that we have here? Hello to all of you who just joined. So what's this adjective unfortunately or other unfortunate describing, right? So seems like all of you are busy trying to complain. So yeah, so what is the noun here? Yu Hao. What noun are we describing in this question? So what's the noun here? Oh, thank you, Jacinta. That's very kind of you. Right, very good. It's the incident, right? So here, this unfortunate describes the noun. In this case, the noun is the word incident, small I, right? So incident, and this here is our noun, right? Now, so this, hang on, my keyboard is now, right? So you notice that here we have unfortunate, which is basically an adjective. Let me erase this, right? This is an adjective, and this is a noun. So this sort of adjective noun sort of compo topics are quite common, not uncommon, right? So now between the two words, your adjective and your noun, which is the more important word? Is it the adjective or the noun? Do you all have like, can you all vote? Which is more important? Is it the adjective or the noun? Do I have a dog? No, I don't have a dog. Unless you count like a pet dog. No, sorry, not a pet dog, like a stuffed toy dog, a fake dog. Which I don't have anyway. But yeah. Yes, octopus, I'm teacher Alvin. How can I help you? The noun is the more important word. Okay, so Yu Hao and Capybara Pineapple Lover says the noun is more important. Octopus says the noun is more important. My friend could fail English. Okay, so maybe you want to ask your friend to join us and we can try to help him or her, right? But yeah, if you know you're failing, then seek help early. Your school teacher is always free, assuming your school teacher is approachable to you, assuming your school teacher can teach, right? Otherwise, you can come to us. We should also have good teachers. But yeah, or if you're in Yishun, you can come look for me. Right. Okay, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, so you're saying that the noun is the important word. Okay, no, that's not going to be the case. The adjective is the more important word. Okay, so let me draw the stars here first. Hang on. Right, so this is the more important word. Now why? Okay, let's look at the word first. Right, incident. What is basically an incident? Right, very simply speaking. Anyone, what's an incident? What's the meaning of the word incident? What's the meaning of this noun? It's not an accident. An incident is not an accident. They are two different things. Okay? Now, so an incident, right? Anyone? Incident is an accident that is less serious. Okay, not entirely wrong. Okay, so yeah, so an incident, right, is basically an event. Usually, it's something that is rather unpleasant sort of event, right? Event that is usually unpleasant, right? It's not something you want to be in, right? And so, yeah. So you notice that the noun here is the word incident, yes? And so an incident is therefore something that is, well, an event that occurs. Now, so notice that if I were to change the adjective, so here we have unfortunate incident. But if I change the adjective to something, let's say I change it to, well, for the simplicity's sake, I change it to fortunate incident. is your story going to be completely different for the most parts? Yes, correct, right? So because of the difference in the adjective, right? So unfortunate is an adjective, fortunate is also an adjective, but when the adjective changes, your story will change, right? And so between the two, your adjective is the more important word. So the more important word you must know the meaning to is the adjective. And so in this case, it's the word unfortunate, right? And so then therefore you must understand what is the meaning of the word unfortunate. If you don't, you cannot do this essay or composition with any certainty that you are answering the question. Okay, so the first and foremost thing to do in compo is to first understand what is the topic about. And in this case, it is something that is unfortunate. And so what is the meaning of the word unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen? Although I know someone gave the answer earlier on. What's the meaning of the word unfortunate? Right? So yeah, there's this idea that something that's unlucky. Anything else? Anything else? Unfortunate? Well, not good, not fortunate. Well, you won't be using the same word to describe the, or the same root word to describe it. So, well, probably not. So the idea that, well, yeah, that it's not pleasant, right? You can take it as something that's unpleasant, unlucky, right? So the idea that something that you wished either did not happen or would have happened differently, right? So that's what is the meaning. That's the meaning of the word unfortunate, right? Something that you don't want it to happen. Okay, right? So, but did it reach the stage that it is something that is, well, very serious, where there is some maybe death or something involved? Well, probably not to that extent, right? Although in theory it could be, but yeah, generally it's not something that's very, very bad. Okay, so yeah, it is just something that is, well, in a sense, mild to medium mild. Okay, but depending on what you mean. Right? So yeah, it's something like, yeah, you could think of it as something that's unlucky, right? Now, okay, so basically in this compo, your key focus is this. You need to show something that's unfortunate, something that's unlucky, or something that you wish did not happen, right? So this is something that you do not want to have happen, but unfortunately it did happen, right? So yeah, and so what is this story about such that it would lead to this sort of circumstance, right? And so that is the story, right? Now, the other thing, after you know the topic, in this case, this unfortunate incident, right, is to look at the prompts here. Now, the prompts, generally, you will look at that and go like, meh, what kind of, you know, like these prompts here are not very helpful, right? What school am I from? You mean my primary school? I was from Ang Mo Kio Primary School. Okay, now, so what is the prompt here? Right, so the prompt here is about what was this unfortunate incident, right? So you have to tell us what is this, and then here they ask you how did it take place. So you need to give us the details, right? So when you do this, obviously, when you are answering this, you will answer the topic naturally, right? So if you are unsure what to do, always look at the prompts, and they will guide you to somewhat at least pass the topic, assuming that you answer to them. Okay, now, then after this, after we know the topic in this case, which is this unfortunate incident, right? Then we will therefore look at the pictures, right? Because we will need the pictures to help us. We need to write a story that is about something unfortunate that's related to one of the three pictures. Let me say again, it is only one of the three pictures. Okay, it's not all. Okay? Right. And then, right? What's the first picture about? Anyone? Maybe we can go down to here below, right? So yeah, the other page. What is this picture about? What could be the unfortunate thing that happened here? Anyone? To the book, right? I mean, obviously it's a book. So what's the unfortunate thing that could happen in this story about the book? Anyone? The book could, well, you could lose your book, right? So you could lose the book, right? So this could be, well, depending on what your story is about, this is your book, right? It could be yours or someone else's book, right? So depending on whose book, right, the story might change slightly, right? You can't break a book, right? So you could also tear the book, right? So a torn book, right? So this could be done either, well, if you're saying that it is unfortunate, quite likely it is done by accident, right? What else? Anything else, right? So yeah, you could have spilled water on the book, right? So you could have wet the book, or maybe we just say spilled water on the book, right? Anything else? What else could be unfortunate, right? Anyone? Steal a book. Would stealing a book be something that is unfortunate? Or are you saying that your book was stolen by someone else, right? So if you are saying that you are stealing the book, then probably not. Then that becomes like some other topic. It's not something that's unfortunate. Unless you're telling me there's some sad story that you have to lead you to this unfortunate incident of robbing or stealing the book, which is quite hard to write. Okay, so yeah, but if you say that your book was stolen, right? Book was stolen, then yeah, maybe. But then again, if you think about it, who would want to steal a book, right? Unless maybe it's some guy who, I don't know, forgot to bring his or her book, and then, you know, out of desperation had to steal the book to show that he or she has a book, right? But yeah, otherwise, not the best plot to have. But yeah, otherwise, okay, right? Now, so we are looking at these possible things. Of course, the other one is the book could possibly be burned, right? So maybe there was, I don't know, some incident at the science lab or whatever, and then the book was burned or somewhere somehow, right? Sunny, there is no such word as torn with ed, right? It's just torn. Okay, if you are talking about past tense of tear, is tore, T-O-R-E. Okay, but yeah, right now, so if we look at this, these are possible plots that we could have, right? And obviously in this case, we will need to answer the questions of, for example, how was it damaged, right? So whatever sort of damage that you said took place in the story, so how was it damaged? This is obviously one question you need to answer, right? Of course, you also need to tell us why was it, right? In a situation, right, where it could be damaged, right? So basically, it's like saying that how come the book is somewhere left in this place where, you know, there's this possibility that it could be damaged, and then why was it left there, right? So you have to give some explanation as to why it happened, right? Otherwise your story wouldn't make sense, right? For example, if you are saying that your homework was left on, I don't know, was damaged by a car, for example, right? Then the bigger question that the examiner or the reader would have is that why in the world would your homework be damaged by a car? Because that seems to be kind of far-fetched, right? For example, how did your book end up in, let's say, on the road or in the car park somewhere somehow that, you know, you got it damaged, right? So it has to make somewhat sense, right? So yeah, so maybe like you forgot to take your book home, right? And so therefore, you could not do your homework, and so as a result, therefore, you were scolded by your teacher. Well, that could be something unfortunate, right? Yeah, then you could have torn your friend's book. Now, if you say that you tore your friend's book in revenge, then, well, depending on how you write it, then that's not rather unfortunate. That's rather a mean thing to do. Although it is to some extent unfortunate that it has led to such an unfortunate situation where you had to go and tear your friend's book, right? Okay, but yeah, there are these possible plots that you could write about. Okay, now let's look at the one with a bird, or rather the bird. Now, what sort of stories can we have with these? This doesn't look like a learning center. Well, this isn't a learning center. This is TikTok Live. So yeah. Your bird flew away. Okay, sure. So this is your pet bird. So maybe the bird escaped, right? It flew away, right? So of course, then question is, how did it escape? Now, what else? Hello, sushimi. It flew away. Bird died. Possible, but that would be kind of unfortunate, right? So bird died. Well, that is a possible scenario. True. Yes. What else? Bird was injured, definitely. So yeah, basically we had the probably the more common sort of things. Shot it down. In Singapore, shot with what? What could you shoot it down with? But if you shot it down, then depending on what happened to it, either the bird was injured or it died, right? So it goes back to there, right? The bird injured you. Okay, yeah, so it could be that, you know, you were attacked by, in this case, a parrot, but then of course you have to give the reason, right? So that could be unfortunate, right? So yeah, maybe you were attacked by the bird ate you. That's kind of hard to imagine. Okay, so let's stick to something that is more in the realm of normality. Okay, right? So yeah, your pet bird got sick. Oh yeah, sure, yeah, that's good, right? So the bird fell sick, right? It fell sick, right? And so maybe it was in suffering, it was in pain. Then either you have to bring it to the vet, and then there's a whole hassle, and then you're describing what is it, or then maybe after that, yeah, whatever it may be, right? So yeah, sure, bird fell sick. Okay, bird tried to fight an eagle but died in the process. Why would the bird be fighting an eagle, right? That would be like kind of hard to explain. Bird was abandoned by owner, right? So yeah, you could have an abandoned bird, sure, right? And so then it was unfortunate, right? And so therefore, yeah, you have to go and, well, fix it, or rather you could try to save it, right? Then of course, depending on it, the bird died to gravitational potential energy. Is that gravitational potential energy? Yeah, I suppose so. Well, depends on how he fell, if he fell, okay? Maybe it could be kinetic energy, right? But anyway, yeah. Now, so if this was the sort of story, right? Obviously, we'll need to explain how, well, depending on which one you write, how did it escape, or how did it, you know, become injured, right? So basically, that's it, right? So this is one of the question that you must answer in this sort of story, okay? Right? And then after that, of course, the question of what, well, we'll just say MC for main character. What main character, right, did, right? So maybe depending on what the story is it the bird escape? So if the bird escape, what did the main character do? Did the main character go and look around for the bird? Where did he or she look? Did he or she do anything else other than look for the bird? Maybe is it ask some group of people to help, or go to, I don't know, the nearby park or whatever to help, or whatever it may be, right? Okay, now so yeah, these are some of it. Now let's look at the last one here. So this one shows a picture of two friends, right? Although it shows, well, supposedly two girls, if you write about two boys, there's nothing wrong either. Okay, so we are not all too fixated with the gender in that sense. So you could talk about, even if it shows a female and you write about male, or vice versa, that wouldn't be too much of an issue. Now, what could happen? What's unfortunate with these two friends here? Friend abandoned you. Okay, so what do you mean by abandoned? Abandoned in what way, right? Abandoned, but sure, in that sense, abandoned by friend, right? That is a possible scenario in that sense. But then, of course, you have to answer the question of why would the friend abandon you? What sort of circumstance? Are you talking about you're playing some, I don't know, Hunger Games or Squid Game, and then after that, you know, your friend has to survive, which is kind of a bad story to write, you know. That's like so unbelievable anyway. Okay, now, okay, yeah, sure, your friend maybe betrayed you, although for betrayal, it's probably kind of a bit more serious. So yeah, maybe more than just, you know, what's that, the unfortunate, right? So it's probably something a bit more serious. Friend died due to playing too much iPad. That's kind of that's gonna be more than just unfortunate. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit more extreme. right? So what else? Friend stabbed you in the back. I hope it's not literally, but yeah, but I mean, yeah, the idea is that that's called betrayal. Well, the other ones that we could have, of course, could be things like, well, misunderstanding. Why you're so morbid one? Why got cancer and why must be involved some death or whatever one? But I mean, yeah, in theory, getting cancer will be unfortunate at this young age, but sure. But shall we not like get to something so unfortunate, right? Friend kick you for no reason. Maybe you could say that there is this argument, right? That you all were involved in, or so therefore could also therefore be a misunderstanding, right? What else? Friend force you to study for PSA. How is that unfortunate? Oh no, can we not do the deaf sort of thing? Yeah, can we not do with deaf? Deaf is going to be a little more than just unfortunate, okay? But yeah, why must you all be so morbid about it? Okay. Right, so of course we have argument. We could also have say that the friend maybe never stand up to a bully, right? And so you were left to fend for yourself, right? So that could be one, right? Maybe your friend could have, I don't know, forgot birthday, right? For whatever the reason, either maybe because you are not being serious about your friendship, you don't know, you don't care, or maybe you were reminded, but somehow or other you got so busy you forgot, or whatever it may be, right? Okay, so yeah, so this could be one that you could write about, right? And so of course here in this case you must explain, right, how did the misunderstanding, right, occur, right, depending on what you're writing about. Or of course you must mention, you know, things like if you're talking about what abandoned, so what is the circumstance there, why did friend abandon you, right, or whatever it may be, or betray you, or never stand up to the bully, or why was your friend accusing you. So basically answer the how, answer the why, right? Okay, yeah, or why, yeah, like if you say your friend pushes you, then why did your friend push you? Is it there was some misunderstanding? Is it there was a friend who misheard something and then thought that you don't know, maybe you did something to the friend when you didn't, right? So there could be some misunderstanding there, and so that will be rather unfortunate, right? That your friend did not check and clarify with you and then decide to be rough with you. Okay, now so this is the sort of ideas that you could come up with these pictures, right? Now, so what sort of now, okay, maybe we could do, well, some of you want to do some writing. So let's before we do the writing, we have to do some planning, right? So which picture do you all want to write about? Come, let's put it to a vote. Is there a way to do some poll here in TikTok? Is there a way to create a poll? Let me see. I can type, but that's not what I want. Nope. Nope. It's, well, yeah, doesn't seem like there is an option for a poll or something. But yeah, sure. Okay, I got, let's see. Capybara wants a friend. Why you want to do the hard one? What Miss Z wants to do friend. Friend or parrot book is boring. Okay, sure. Parrot, your face looks bright. Friend, okay, friend. Wow, friend or parrot? Why you want to do the difficult one? Friend is probably the hardest one to do. Why you want to talk about that? Y'all got so much tea, is it? You have so much drama in your... Wow, everyone overwhelmingly wants friends. Okay, sure. Let's do some planning for the one about friends. But what's your general story about? Come. So what is the problem? Let's define the problem first. So yeah, okay, so here seems like I want to do the one about friend. So let's do the one about friend. Hang on, I need to swap. Right, so here friend, right? So now we're talking about friend. What is the unfortunate incident that you're gonna talk about with this, or rather about this so-called incident with this friend? Anyone? What sort of what was that? Unfortunate incident, right? So you all chose the friend. Let's just maybe write the topic here so it's clearer. Unfortunate incident. Okay? Yeah. Right now, so what is the unfortunate thing that happened with the friend? So what is it? Is it the betrayal? Is it some misunderstanding? Is it for some reason other your friend don't want to be your friend anymore? So is there some misunderstanding? Is there some betrayal? Is there some upset that happened or things like that? So what? Anyone? Your friend is afraid of heights, so she pranks you at lunch and you swing her to a full what? Isolation. I don't know what is that, and she was paralyzed. I have no idea what you're talking about. Your friend pushes you. Why would your friend push you? Got what? Lead. Friend look through your secret. What do you mean look through your secret? You mean your friend can read your mind or something? But sure, yeah, keep the ideas coming. So that's why I say the friend one difficult to write. But sure, I mean you want to do it, let's do it. Right? So what is this unfortunate incident? So your friend betrays you, your friend knows your secret. Diary. Okay? Your friend read your diary. Okay, then so let's say for example, it is the idea of your friend. So since like you all like betrayal so much, I think you all watch too much K-drama or something, is it? Too much drama in your life, right? Do you all like live because of tea? Like I know some people love to have tea every day. No tea, then life is boring. Okay, sure. So what is the misunderstanding here? Right? So seems like most of you would want to go with some misunderstanding. So what is the misunderstanding? So let's ask the question. So what is the misunderstanding? Right? So ladies and gentlemen, what is the misunderstanding here about? Anyone? What's the misunderstanding about? You told her the secret. What secret? Then she tell online. Okay, sure. So your friend exposes your secret, but what sort of secret? Yes, Ice Kacang, what's your idea? Squid Game 17 minutes. I don't know where that come from, but sure. She push you in red light, green light. Yeah, we are not playing silly games here like Squid Games, okay? You can keep your fantasy of that K-drama to yourself, okay? We're not doing that here. Okay? 60 minutes left. Okay, sure. So about 60 minutes left. I have no plans to write any story, but I mean we could write an intro if you want. But yeah, sure. With 60 minutes, I don't think we can. And the fact that you are not focusing, like asking you like what is the misunderstanding about, then there's no plot to it. What is there to talk about, right? Yeah. So what is there to write? If there's no idea here, yeah. Hello. I don't know. Dot. That looks like a apostrophe or quote mark. Not horses. We are. So yeah. What is the betrayal about? What is a green light, red light betrayal? Hello. You're going to talk about normal story about friend betraying you or misunderstanding. There's no red light here or green light here. You're not going to be transported to Korea and I don't know, wear some silly suits and then do silly things to each other or whatever. Can we like move away from that sort of fake reality? That's why I say the friend one is the hardest thing to do, and they all chose it of all things, right? Even the parrot is easier to write than the friend one. The friend one is the most problematic one. Squid Game Singapore edition, well, good for you. You go and take part, okay? But here we're not going to do this. Right? Can we keep it to something within the realms of doability? Tell your friend, tell your secret. So, okay, so is it a misunderstanding? So you misunderstood that your friend, right? So there's a misunderstood, right? That a friend told your secret. Now, then of course, what would be the question here? What is the most obvious question? You see this capybara now in their own Squid Game world already. Yeah, very good. Sunny, what is the secret? So what secret are we trying to have hidden? Right? So is it going to be some very big major secret, or is it going to be some major secret? But I mean, if it's a misunderstanding of sort and we don't want it to blow up too much, then you keep it to something that's minor lah. if of course you want to talk about it being some blow up where after this you're no longer friends, then of course you can have it like a major sort of secret that's being revealed. But so what is this secret about? You know, what secret are we talking about? I have autism. If you have autism, and then you're saying that no one else knows other than you, a bit hard lah, because generally autism, unless it's very mild, right? Most people will be able to tell, especially severe one definitely can tell, right? But if you are having mild autism, then people just treat it as per normal, and then what problem is that? You know, why would that be a major issue, right? So yeah, what sort of secret? She told you that she won't tell anyone your secret, but she told everyone your secret. Everyone her secret is smoking. Okay, if you want to go down such a dark plot about you are smoking and then you know you told your friend by your friend, why you all go such dark plots? Yeah, yo, what's wrong with you people? Why you all like so drama one? Yeah, maybe crush on someone easier to write, you know. Yeah, so maybe crush. So maybe you have a crush on someone, or maybe what other sort of secret do you have? Maybe I don't know that I don't know you something that's embarrassing. I don't know, maybe you snore when you sleep or something, and then yeah, you told your friend that, and then your friend tells the whole world, something like that lah. So maybe something like that. So maybe maybe you keep it something simple like snore when sleep, right? So maybe that's something you are embarrassed about and you don't want to tell anyone, but apparently your friend was had other ideas and they told. Of course, you need to therefore explain why did your friend do this unfortunate thing of telling lah. So was there some misunderstanding, and so therefore what is like we said here, what is the effect, and so you know the friendship, and therefore you know what is the misunderstanding here, and therefore what's the unfortunate thing that happened, right? I see what having crush and what red light green light secret. I don't know what you're talking about lah. Can we do away with the red light green light thingy? That's like I said, you all keep it to your realm of your free wild imagination. Okay, don't bring it to your writing. Okay, yeah. So what can this plot be about? Can we have something that is, yeah, so okay, we have two here, crush or snore when you sleep. Which one you all prefer to have? Can we not do vaping or smoking? That's like, yeah, that's like kind of severe, right? But yeah, what's with your and vaping and smoking? Yeah, being Teddy. What does being Teddy means? Why y'all really love tea? Must do crush. Okay, sure, let's do crush by popular demand. Y'all just love tea. Okay, so you have a crush, and who is this crush on? So this crush is a classmate or something, right? So maybe crush on a classmate, right? And then, so what is the plot here about? The plot is that you told your friend, right? So for obvious reasons, you told your friend because maybe this is like your best friend, right? So maybe if we look at it, so maybe, let's see, so maybe you told your friend this secret. But why do you tell your friend? Why must you tell your friend this secret? So why? So we explain the question of why. So why must you tell your friend this secret? You have a crush on an athlete, handsome boy, a handsome athletic boy. No, don't get me involved in this story. Now you sound like my colleague already, like teacher Lian, but sure. But then again, I always drag her down, but it's okay. Yeah. So why? Why did you tell your friend your secret? Right. You trust your friend, right? So you trust your friend, and of course, you just maybe want to seek advice. You know, so maybe you don't know what to do about it, right? Maybe you I don't know. You don't know what to do. You don't know or you just want to talk about it. Maybe you just want to get it off your chest. You know, sometimes you just have something you just want to say. That's all. You don't need anything to happen. You just want to say to get it off your chest. Otherwise, you have it boxed up inside. It doesn't feel good, right? So yeah, that's all you want to do, right? And then so what? And then maybe what happens? You obviously tell your friend, right? You tell your friend, right? You told friend not to tell anyone, right? Now, then maybe what is the misunderstanding here? What would obviously be the misunderstanding? because she thinks you're a real friend, but actually she's a fake friend. Oh, maybe, yeah, sure. Now we're going to have more drama. But sure, truth or dare? What do you mean truth or dare? What are we talking about? Why got truth or dare all of a sudden? Are you doing like orientation in some other uni level or something? Yeah, so what is this? Octopus, can you like stop sharing? We appreciate it, but yeah, it's clogging up the chat, and so therefore we can't. He doesn't care, right? Well, that's not a very good sign. I mean, that's not a very good very good sort of reason to have, right? So maybe what else could it have be? Because maybe, for example, he misheard you, right? Maybe you said, "Do not tell," and then like some people, right? They will say, "Huh? Tell ah? Okay, I will tell." Or is it your friend also heard, "Do not tell," but your friend for some reason or other, right? Maybe misunderstood your action, like when you wink to say, "I'm not going to tell," but then you misunderstood the winking as telling or whatever. So I don't know, right? So maybe your friend was distracted. Your friend was, I don't know, playing Pokemon Go or something. Your friend was doing his homework or her homework, and then while listening at the same time, and then heard something wrong, or something. So yeah. Okay. So what is the reason? That's why this one a bit difficult. Yeah. So why would your friend so-called misunderstand what is the conversation? Or is it maybe because you had to leave, and then as you were leaving, you were shouting out, "Don't tell," but then your friend didn't hear the don't, only heard the tell. Then you GG.com, right? So yeah, okay. So yeah, if you had a bully that bullied you or that friend of yours to tell the secret, right? Then number one, why would the bully want to force your friend to tell you a secret? How would the bully know that there's a secret? And then how does this become a misunderstanding? There's no misunderstanding. Excuse me. So Hanch, if you were to go with your plot about a bully your friend to tell the truth, right? Then there's no misunderstanding there, right? Of course, you could say it is unfortunate in that sense where the bully forced your friend to tell the truth, right? Or to leak out your secret, and that is in a sense unfortunate, right? Yeah, sure, right? But yeah, like I said, this story very difficult to write. Why you want to write this kind of story? I know the tea is flavorful and strong, but this story is going to be very difficult to write. Okay, yeah, I'm not in no way am I going to write this story. This is kind of ridiculous. Okay, right. So what is the thing? So maybe unfortunately, okay, so maybe unfortunate could also be that someone, okay, yeah, maybe another more possible one is maybe someone eavesdrop, right? So eavesdrop, oh, right, on the conversation, and so because of that they learned your secret, right? So your friend agreed not to tell the your secret, right? And then you both of you didn't know that someone eavesdropped and heard the secret. Maybe to make it easier, maybe the girl who you like or the guy that you like, overheard it. Oh, then you right? That's very unfortunate, right? So yeah, that would be unfortunate in itself already, right? So maybe you chose a very horrible place to tell the secret, or you were just so unfortunate that the person walked past and then overheard, right? So maybe the person heard about it, right? And then maybe, I don't know, depending on how you want to write it, so maybe it was the good friend of the girl that you had a crush on or the guy that you had a crush on, and then so that friend, right, went to tell that friend, right? So yeah, so depends, right? If I were you, I'll keep it simple. I won't have so many characters. So I'll just probably say that the girl that you or the boy that you have a crush on heard the conversation, right? And then let's keep the person nice lah. And then the person just said that, "Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm not interested in relationship right now. I like to focus on my studies, and yeah, you should focus on your studies too. And so yeah, let's study hard for PSLE, and let's yeah, let's not do this crush thing, right? So yeah, maybe it was that the person who approached you, right? So maybe we could say that it was the the crush heard the conversation, right? And then after that, so it was unfortunate because now, therefore, right, your crush, right, approached you, right? So then maybe you were so excited at first, you know, you were so excited. Maybe this is another after you left or whatever, right? And then after that, no wait, then what's the misunderstanding if we were to do this? Wait. Okay. No. So yeah, can. Your crush approached you, and then your crush, what did your crush do? Your crush, told you, that, he or she, right? He or she, was, flattered, but not interested. Okay, and then so right, and then of course obviously you will therefore feel, you will feel very, so the main character feels upset, right? And then therefore, you know, so let's just be clear. So next day, okay, so then the main character feels upset, you feel upset, right? And then what do? You go and confront. So then because of this, you the main character confronts friend and accuse friend, right? So you didn't clarify with your friend, right? And then after that, you had an argument, right? So here your friend, of course, obviously would have denied. So your friend denied, and then there was, you're basically gone to argument, maybe a fight, right? And then after that, there was this misunderstanding, right? That you thought that she's already married. Hello, your classmate lah. You're all 11 years old or 12 years old. Married to what? Married to your homework Yeah, maybe that will work. Married to your homework, okay? Married to your studies, yeah, your friends would love that. Okay, so yeah, that will work, okay? Right? So there was this misunderstanding, right? Because you didn't ask your friend, you did not clarify your friend, and then you had this argument or fight or whatever. Your crush is actually dating your friend. Wow, what's with you and your dramas? Yeah, can y'all not do that? No, that one different story altogether, but sure. Okay, yeah. So then with that, right, you had that misunderstanding there, and so maybe then what happened in the end, right? So in the end, right, did both of you resolve the misunderstanding? So was the misunderstanding cleared up, right? If it didn't, then I don't know, maybe did you two, right, remain as friends? Do you all remain as friends or not? Right? So that would be the important question, right? So do you all remain as friends because of that misunderstanding, right? So in a sense, yeah, you start to see that the story is forming up, but yeah, it's a bit, hello, can you all like keep it to something non so physical? That's why I don't like to do this two friend thing. You all should end up in that sort of storyline one. Okay? Yeah, anyway, yeah, she kissed her stuffed toy, okay? Let's keep it to that, okay? Now, so yeah, so but you can see here that we basically have the what was that? The misunderstanding, right? So you misunderstood your friend because you didn't clarify your friend, right? You thought that the friend told this crush, right? When actually the crush overheard the conversation that both of you are unaware of, right? And so there was this misunderstanding, and that was basically the unfortunate thing that happened, right? And so maybe after that, you are no longer friends or whatever it may be, right? So you notice that here we don't exactly have a plot mountain, right? But the idea is that you plan out your story, and that's the most important thing. Okay? Right. Main character run away. Yeah, sure. Maybe you can do like run into the sunset and cry his or her heart out, like those movies like that. Sure, whatever. Okay? But yes, that is all we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you learned something about how to plan, how to write. So again, notice that you need to do the hows, you need to do the whys. Okay? And have fun. Enjoy your dinner if you have not had. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll see you all next week. Okay? And yeah, those of you, please remember to sign up for our classes. We have online classes. You can join me and we can write more interesting stories, right? Like these in class. Okay? And of course, well, tomorrow there's secondary 2 math, right? You can also join that in if you're interested in secondary math. Okay, but otherwise, yes, we have English, math, science, and creative writing for online lessons. Okay, do join us. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Bye.